I had to stop the live stream and redo the whole thing because I had, I guess, the video up on my phone and I didn't even realize it. But we got it working now. But we did have some breaking news as I was about to go live the first time. Uh, it did look like Tanner Hudson of the Cincinnati Bengals has just agreed to a 1 year deal, and that's pretty nice. He'll be staying there for at least another year, so I like that a lot, and definitely hope he does well for this next year that he plays. But we're gonna go over all the games today. We're also gonna talk about uh some of the other things that happened, like for example, we had Sean McDermott get fired this morning. That was actually really funny. I knew that was gonna probably happen after this game that they just had against the Broncos. I can say it it was a very good game, but I mean they were close, but they were out. Sorry, I had to look at this friggin' Jeep that was pulling in. He almost just hit me for some reason. I don't know. But he could have picked literally any spot. There was like any other spot he could have picked. But Sean McDermott, he lost seven playoff games in the 9 years that he's been there. And I think this was the point where they just said, "Yeah, we're done with you. We just gotta try to move on and find someone else." So they did, and now it looks like they're gonna try to look for someone else as of right now, and they're actually gonna be using this guy. They're gonna be using Brandon Beane, as they actually just promoted him to the president of football operations, which means now he controls all uh, facets of the organization, and he will be leading the search for the new head coach in Buffalo. But he is also the general manager, so the title of president of football operations was actually added on to that. So now he's both. But last, well, not really last, but the last real thing of news that happened this morning was Jeff Ulbrich getting retained by the Falcons, which I actually really like a lot. So yeah, definitely hope he keeps on enjoying his time there in Atlanta. I know he was actually doing pretty decent with his role. So definitely hope that they can keep him for a good few more years. But anyway, we're gonna really get into all this stuff with the divisional round. But because of Sean McDermott getting fired today, Mike Vrabel is now the highest tenured coach in the AFC East, only being here for just over a year, 372 days to be exact. But all right, we are gonna get into we're gonna get into all this. Um, I'm just gonna put a poll up real quick. How let me let me do a poll real quick. I want to see everyone's reaction to the Sean McDermott firing. Your reaction to Sean McDermott firing. Lol or damn, that sucks. There we go. So, yeah, I have. What's your reaction to Sean McDermott being fired? Is it lol or damn that sucks? Because I know some people are probably gonna say lol. Uh, how's it going, Cole? And hello, Jarco Jar. I do see you are a Broncos fan. Where are you from? I am from Massachusetts, actually. Uh, born and raised. I was born and raised in Massachusetts. But we did have some pretty nice games this week. We had the game that we're actually going to be talking first is the Bills and Broncos game because obviously that one happened first. MIT is near you. Yes, I do believe so. But I do have my book here which I have the scores and stuff in. I didn't really write anything down, so I'm just going right off the top of my head of really what happened and shit. Sorry if you don't hear me either. I'm just kind of I'm away from the microphone. I at least did pretty good on my predictions for it. I went 3-1 on my prediction for the divisional round. Um which I think you could say is better than how I did for last week because I went 4-2 last week. But we are gonna talk about uh the Bills and Broncos game first. Sir, what you do? Are you YouTuber? Yeah, I'm a YouTuber. But also at the same time I do work at a uh at a grocery store, so I'm just waiting to go into work. But I know I had to do this type of video today anyway, just because usually on either Monday or Tuesday I'll do my recap video for the games and everything. But I might I might do this one as a live stream and then do a Q&A right after. And no, not soccer as no, not soccer. Um actual American football because we are currently in the playoffs. And actually my favorite team right here is actually in the playoffs. But we're going to start. I kind of do want to see. I don't think it's going to fit up there, but I should have seen if that was going to happen. But the first game that we did have rugby. No, just like straight American football. But the first game we had here was the Bills and Broncos with the Broncos actually winning it 33-30 in overtime. This was a very fun game. A lot of people are gonna say that I think one of those interceptions was actually a catch, but I don't know. I don't know. That might have been a catch. It might have been an interception. Honestly, at this point, I don't care because the Bills are eliminated from the playoffs. We don't have to play the Bills yet again. I'm happy about it. The only thing that I'm not happy about, though, is having to play the Broncos in the AFC Championship game with without them having good old Bo Nix. That's the thing that hurts. I wanted to see Bo Nix versus Drake May, but instead we're getting Stidham versus Drake May. That is not. That's just not what I wanted to see. I really wanted to see Bo Nix versus Drake May in this AFC Championship game. It was gonna be beautiful. It. I really do feel like it was gonna be a beautiful game there, but unfortunately he broke a bone in his foot uh like the second to last play, and nobody knew about it. No one even saw it happen. And it just sucks because I think that news came out like literally 5 to 10 minutes after the game ended. So Broncos fans were legit only happy for like 5 minutes during that time. And I can tell you as a Patriots fan, I was happy for about 5 minutes when we won our game against the Texans. And then I realized that we had to play the Broncos without uh Bo Nix, and I actually got really upset. I really wanted to see that game happen. Like I'm being serious. I really wanted to see that game happen, and now we're gonna probably have to wait until next year to see Bo Nix versus Drake May, and it honestly just sucks. It just sucks. Um, the next game, Seahawks and 49ers. The friggin' Seahawks. Holy shit, dude. They won 41-6. This one was just belt to ass. There's not much you can really talk about with this game other than the Seahawks. They are fucking scary, and I do not want to play them at all. Um, I know a lot of people are saying that it's probably going to be the Seahawks and Patriots in the Super Bowl, but holy mother, if that is the case, that might be a defensive battle because I know the Patriots in their game uh last night, they showed their defense. They definitely showed their defense. But also I will say CJ Stroud did play like absolute dog shit, so that's not really that bad anyway. But the Seahawks, they were firing on all cylinders for a little bit there. It didn't seem like Sam Darnold was going to play because there was news that he didn't throw a football in like 48 hours or something like that because of a oblique injury. And then right before the game started, they said that he was actually going to be in, and it looked like that a demon was awoken inside of him because he he smoked the shit out of the 49ers, and Kenneth Walker did too. I think he had like two touchdowns on the night. But Jesus Christ, the Seahawks, they're there for business, and I'm very scared to have to play them in the Super Bowl if the Patriots do make it there. Or really if any team makes it there, you guys should be definitely be scared of the fucking Seahawks because that team, if they make the Super Bowl, it's not going to be a fun one. Um, Next game is the game that that I already talked about really, but I'll just talk about it in like a little quick fashion here. Texans and Patriots. Patriots won 28-16. Four interceptions in that game was actually really nice. CJ Stroud, like I just mentioned, he played like absolute doo doo dog water poop. And yeah, this game was just pretty fun. I'm happy that we're back in the AFC Championship game. But like I said too, I kind of wish that Bo Nix was in it because it's not going to be fun with Bo Nix out of the playoffs. It uh Sorry about that. Something in my eye. But yeah, the Patriots, they did what they had to do. They also broke that curse that like little girl on Instagram was doing. Like it looked like she was picking like all the teams that she wanted to win, and every team was getting Ron. But then the Patriots broke that curse, and I'm so happy that they did. And also, they beat Brandon Perna's curse wheel for the second time this season. Ah, fuck you, curse wheel. Um, Rams and Bears. Rams win this one 20-17 in overtime. Second overtime game actually this week. And the Rams, they made it to their NFC championship game. I don't know how they're going to do against the Seahawks because this Seahawks team right now is out for blood. But the Rams, they did what they had to do against the Bears. I know the Bears had a few turnovers and didn't really look all too great there. But the Rams, they were doing pretty damn nice yesterday. I liked it a lot, and also go Pats because I just saw the two comments that popped up there. But yeah, this is going. This game I felt like was gonna be close. Did not feel like it was gonna go into overtime though. And that last touchdown that Caleb Williams had, that shit was insane. I did not even think that that was even gonna get caught, and it did. I have to give Caleb Williams credit for that friggin' that touchdown. That was very very nice. Um, I really didn't think he was gonna be able to catch that one, but he did. Um, we are going to blow out the Broncos. He says, yeah, probably, probably. Um, honestly, the recap is already over. Um, I don't know what else. I don't know what else to really talk about for this stream. This was supposed to be the divisional round recap, and I already talked about all four games. Um, go Pack, go and Pats, and go Jazz from Colby. Nice. Who do you want to play in the Super Bowl if we do make it? Well, the thing is, I've been seeing so much Patriots and Seahawks that I would really want to see Patriots Seahawks. But at the same time, I don't want to play the Seahawks because of their goddamn defense. But also at the same time, I do think the Rams could win it. So I don't know exactly. I don't know. I really do not know. But next week we're gonna have Patriots versus Broncos and Rams versus Seahawks, NFC and AFC championship games. And then after this week, we have 2 more weeks until the Super Bowl. And this is going to be probably either the quickest 3 weeks of our lives, or it's gonna be probably the friggin' slowest 3 weeks of our lives. We will have to see. Patriots versus Broncos will be the one to watch. Yeah, it most likely will. But anyway, I am actually gonna get out of here at least for this live stream, but I might do another one probably in about like 30 minutes or so. So if you guys want to join me for that one, you can. But as of right now, I will be ending this one. Just because this one was just a recap of the week. But I'll probably keep I'll probably do a little bit of a longer one for my Q&A or whatever that I'm about to do in like 30 minutes. So anyway, Like, subscribe, comment, do really whatever you want to do. And as always, I'll see you all in the next video or live stream. See you around.